good afternoon. Today is June 21st, 2024, and I'm Stefani Evans.
And I'm Claytee White.
And we are here with Yves Auriol. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Correct.
Yes. May I ask you to spell your first and last names, please?
First name is Yves, Y-V-E-S. Auriol is A-U-R-I-O-L.
Thank you so much. So tell us about your early childhood, where you were born, brothers and sisters, what your parents did for a living, that kind of thing.
Okay. I was born in France, in Toulouse, France, 87 years ago. I can feel it. And my parents, my father worked for the railroad industry. You know, he was working in the big train station, directing the traffic, you know, back in Toulouse, France. My mother never worked. She was busy. I came from a big family. Six boys, one girl.
That's a big family.
So she was busy enough to, take care of the family.
And where do you fall in the 7 children?
I was the third oldest. Yeah. Third oldest, yeah.
And what kinds of games did you play with your siblings or with your friends when you were little?
Mostly kicking a ball around, soccer. Soccer always been the most popular game in France, you know. So as well, we always play with the ball, you know. And but at that time, we didn't have any money to buy a real ball. So we'll make a ball with anything we'll find, you know, papers or whatever. So we'll kick a ball, maybe for a day. Of course, the ball was gone after a day. So we had to make another one. We were very poor, you know, because there was a French occupation, you know. It was difficult childhood, you know. But
tell us about the occupation.
My occupation?
No, the occupation of France. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember, but I was pretty young, you know. But I remember where I lived in Toulouse, there was a place behind my mother's house, open. And I remember it was grass all over the place. I remember the Germans coming with the horses. So they would bring the horses, you know, they fed the horses there. I remember that very well. And of course, the dropping the bombs at the same time, you know, and running around and going to the backyard. We dug a big hole, you know. I don't know what you call it, a tranchée? Is that you call it tranchée?
A trench?
Yeah. You know, to be safe, to hide, yeah. You know, that was a difficult time. It was more difficult for the parents, of course, you know, because when you're 7, 8 years old, you know, we were sometime, when they were dropping the bombs, we were looking for I don't know how you call the broken bombs, you know.
The shrapnel?
Yeah? How you call it?
Shrapnel.
Yeah. That was the one getting the best one, you know, the biggest one, you know, as a souvenir.
Oh my.
Yeah, I know, it was, you know,
It's a game.
It's a game, when you're a kid, sometimes you don't think about the consequences and everything, you know. But that wasn't really the best years for France. and it lasted very long, the occupation. But and I was part of it, even if I was young. But it was very difficult on the parents, my mother and father. Yeah.
How old were you when the war ended?
12, 14, maybe even 10.
How did that news hit you? How did you feel when you heard the news?
Big celebration. Toulouse wasn't like, when the big thing was in Paris, when the Germans were defeated, that was the big celebration was in Paris. In fact, another big thing that and Francois went to the big day. The big days in Normandy.
Yes.
When the Americans, were there, to help the Europeans to stop the Germans. I think I never been there, but Francois went a year ago.
10 years.
Yeah, and that was the end. That was the end. That was the Germans were stopped there, and the celebration was last month, I think.
Yes,
June.
it was.
June 6th.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a big one this time. It was a celebration. Yeah.
What, 80 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
So how did it feel to be a 12-year-old and hear that news that the war was over?
I probably didn't realize 100% what's going on, but when you see the people crying, singing, we are free, so it was a big, it was a big thing, yeah.
How about your parents? Do you remember how they?
Well, after that, the French people worked very hard, to get back on their feet, Thank you. I think very often I had a conversation with American people. I think it was difficult for some Americans to understand what we went through, because the Americans never been in such, situation, because all countries were dominated by the Germans then back in France, It was difficult. So people didn't have anything to eat, no money, no jobs, and then it lasted a few years after the war ended. But now we forget we are friends with Germans again, Excuse me.
So, how did you get involved in fencing?
My older brother was a fencer before I started fencing. He was 10 years older. He passed away, I think, 6 years ago. And he was a coach. And he started a fencing club. But fencing wasn't my first sport. It wasn't my first love.
Okay, so let's go to that one.
I like to play soccer. I like to play other sports, and I think I would have stopped. I would have quit fencing because of my brother was pushing so much. Because I was good, I was gifted, so I was a good fencer. And my brother was pushing me, He said, no, just keep going. So sometimes you will wait for me at my house. I was playing soccer somewhere else. So he wasn't too happy with that. But anyway, so I just keep going. I start to compete at the junior level. And then I compete in the national junior team. And then I start to get interested of teaching, you know. So when I was already a good fencer competing at the national level, I was starting to give lessons. I was doing my training back in France then. But I was still playing soccer.
You were still playing soccer?
Yeah, and rugby.
And rugby, too.
Rugby, yeah. I used to play rugby for many years. It was my number one sport.
Rugby?
Yeah. I liked the after games. It's where we were celebrating, and the atmosphere. And the atmosphere around the rugby game was great, you know.
So how old were you when you took up rugby?
14, 16, yeah. That was still fencing, yeah.
Was that was fencing or rugby?
Both.
Oh, both at the same
Yeah,
time.
right.
And soccer was earlier?
Soccer is for fun.
Oh.
Just maybe on the street, you know. Everybody was playing soccer then.
Okay.
So you were always involved in sports?
Always. I was play tennis for a long time. I quit because my knees told me to quit, my body. My body told me it's time to stop. Now I have a bad knees, bad back. So I wish I could still play tennis, but I can't anymore.
How long did you play tennis?
Oh my gosh, maybe I start playing, I was after 20, I stopped 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, we have, I belong to a club, and we have veterans that are playing, you know, guys of my age, you know, a group of people, you know, 70, 75, 80, couple, over 80.
Did you play singles?
Doubles, yeah, doubles.
Good.
Yeah, doubles, yeah. I like tennis. Oh, yeah. I wish I could play, but I cannot anymore. And fencing, I'm still teaching now, but not much. Because, like I said, my body is telling me now. So, Josh sees me once in a while at the club. I give a couple lessons, you know. But, I take it easy, you know.
So start back at the beginning. How did you, so after the occupation was over, did you play during the occupation or once it was over?
It was over. You mean?
Once the Germans left, did you play while they were there or once it was over?
I was too young.
Okay.
Yeah, I was still young, you know, when it was over, I was what, 12, 14? So I was, you know, I was playing but for fun, you know. But I wasn't competing for a team or something like that.
Were you attending school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you play rugby or soccer at school?
No.
No?
No, for a club, yeah. Yeah.
So can we go kind of in order of your competition? So with the fencing, you started as a junior
Yeah.
and then played on the junior team. Was that for
For France.
for France?
For France, yeah.
How old were you when you did that?
I was a competitor until 1968 In 1968 is when I got my fancy master degree. Is where I became a coach. I remember this year because I don't know if you remember a friend who was in big trouble then. You know, the Paris was, remember?
1968?
No, 68, you were too.
Oh yeah, in 1968, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
That was like
demonstrators all over in 68 in Paris. But I just finished to take my exam, and I remember my brother was already in the US, and then he took a month. He was coming to France to visit. I remember he stopped in Paris to check if I had my exam or not, because he wanted me to come to the United States already. You know, yeah. In his mind, he said, "You have to come with me to teach in the U.S." So he was really interested to find out if I had my exam or not. So I got it. May 1968.
Wow.
This is where I became a fencing master. Yeah.
And how long was it before you came with your brother then to the U.S.?
71. Yeah. And then
Where did you go first?
Seattle.
Seattle.
My brother always been in Seattle. He never moved. So I just moved from France to Seattle. I started teaching there, you know. And then I was helping him with the club. We had a pretty good group of fencers. And then I moved to Portland, Oregon, in 72, 73. Yeah, 72, 73. And so we had a good club there. And I had some fencers who made already the Olympic team. And because I have these fencers in the Olympic team, they picked me as a coach for the games in Montreal in 1976. That was my first job with the U.S. team.
So were you hired by the federation then?
Yeah. U.S. Fencing Federation, yeah.
That was for the 72 Olympics, right?
76 Olympics
76.
in Montreal, yeah. Montreal. And then I was still teaching in Portland at the club. And then in 1980, I don't know if you remember the boycott.
Yes,
Remember?
the boycott.
We didn't go to the Olympics because Afghanistan, remember?
Yes.
So our President Carter decided we are going to boycott. If we don't get out of Afghanistan, we don't go to the Olympics. That didn't have anything to do with sports, right? So the people who trained for the Olympics for 4 years, it was so frustrating.
Didn't get to go. Yeah.
So we didn't go. But we had a team, and I was telling Francois just a week came in. We had a team, and then so no U.S. team in the Olympics. So each delegation was asked, where would you like to go to replace the Olympics? You don't replace the Olympics, but still, they wanted to do something. In fact, I think Carter, he found out that it was a mistake, you know. Anyway, so our chief of delegation said, we would like to go to China. So we went to China.
Oh, wow.
So because we had a team, they made a team. We had the same people, same amount of athletes in a team. But no, we didn't compete in the Olympics. But we went to China to compete there. It was great experience for 3 weeks.
Wow.
3 weeks in China, yeah.
And you competed against just Chinese players?
Yeah, we were just there because we went to different clubs. I remember we were in a train all night between Shanghai and Beijing, Yeah, I
So
remember.
far.
You remember when they had this big protest in China?
Tiananmen Square?
That's right, yeah. So we were.
You were there?
No, we were not there, but
Oh.
before. I think it was before or after we were. What would you remember the year?
I think Tiananmen Square was later.
When the guy was in front
Yeah.
of the tank.
Yes.
I remember this picture was very famous, yeah. I don't remember.
So you were there for 3 weeks
3 years
in
in China.
1908. Yeah, and then where? Back to Portland?
Back to Portland.
What took you to Portland from Seattle?
Because we had some fencing in Seattle and Portland, both places. And before I came, my brother was teaching in Portland.
Oh, okay.
So when I came, he said, I need some help in Portland. So I moved to Seattle with him, but I was going to Portland, and also I was teaching in Canada. I was teaching in Vancouver. So I was teaching in Portland, Seattle, Vancouver, even Nanaimo, all these islands. Yeah. So I was doing a lot of teaching in Canada too.
You're doing a lot of traveling too.
Yeah, driving mostly.
Driving?
Well, it's not too far between Seattle and Vancouver.
1989 was Tiananmen Square.
89?
89.
89. Okay, yeah.
So,
And then 84, right? Los Angeles, the Olympics in Los Angeles. I enjoyed that. It was fun.
and you coached the team there?
Yeah, I was there to coach. It's the only time I marched with the team. When
Oh,
you
in
marched.
the opening ceremonies?
Opening ceremony. It was so boring to march because in Montreal I was assistant coach the first time, so we didn't march, and but the march in Los Angeles was really something. It was all these people we knew. They came to watch the Olympics. It was fun. It was fun. Movie stars come in, from Hollywood, It was.
Sure.
I still have some pictures somewhere.
So, where were the fencing competitions in LA?
In Los Angeles?
Because those Olympics were kind of spread out.
Yeah. I don't remember when we had the Olympics. I don't remember. Of course, the opening ceremonies were, the big stadium, yeah.
Yeah.
The Coliseum.
Coliseum.
Coliseum, yeah.
So where did you march with the team?
Well, on track. But
Around the track of the Coliseum.
The tanks, every time we had the opening ceremony, all the teams were getting to prepare early in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. But you wouldn't march until 3 or 4 in the afternoon. So we were standing there, waiting for our turn. There were so many countries, so many delegations. So when it was time to march, we were very happy to get on the track, and then some of the guys were running, and it was fun.
That would be very exciting.
Yeah. I was still in Portland.
And then you went back to Portland.
So compare Portland to, oh no, because, okay. How old were you when you came to the United States?
Are you good in math?
Yes.
I'm not.
I'm 80. I will be 87 in August,
Mm-hmm.
and what I'm thinking about just over 30,
Okay.
31, 32.
So compare France, where you were, with Seattle and Portland. What was that like?
France was better than now. But as far as getting a job teaching fencing, it wasn't easy, you know. And my brother, like I said earlier, was pushing. Come with me, we are going to develop fencing in the US, is what he was saying. So I said, well, I didn't have really something very solid in France as a coach. I was a fencer. So I said, why not? You know, so I moved to Seattle with him.
Did any of your other brothers fence?
No, they were rugby players.
They were all rugby.
All rugby players. My older, the one who taught me how to fence, he was the only one who didn't play rugby, just fencing. He was the oldest one. He always been in Seattle.
What took him to Seattle?
I think he married a girl there. He
Right.
met a girl
He met a girl.
from Seattle, yeah.
That'll do it.
That was it.
And she was from Seattle?
Yeah.
So after the 84 Olympics, you went back to Portland.
Yeah.
For how long?
Well, is when I decided to leave Portland and take a job at Notre Dame. You know, I was concerned because I had a son. My son was getting older. I said, well, maybe it's time, you know, to get a job with, security, you know. So the club, you know, the club is a club, you know. When it works, there's a lot of work because you give a lot of lessons. So I thought the working at the university would be a better for me, you know. And so I had many offers. I could have gone to Penn State University, University of Washington, and then I got an offer from Notre Dame University. That was right after the Olympics, 1985.
So what made you choose Notre Dame?
Well, it was between Penn State and Notre Dame, private university versus state university. So I thought I knew the coach already there, who was in place. So it was probably why I picked Notre Dame. Well, you know, I'm glad I did because, you know, we had a great team, great results, yeah.
What was it like working with the women's team there?
Good, very good. I think as far as training and being dedicated to the sport, the women were much better than the guys. Like when we were going somewhere, you know, with a bus, a big bus, half of the fencers were missing, late. The guys, they were the guys. The girls was always there on time.
On time with all their equipment.
Yeah, and I won the first national championship with the women at Notre Dame, yeah. So, you know, I enjoy working with the girls, yeah.
When was that first championship?
First championship was, I won 4 at Notre Dame, but the first one was, I don't remember. I'm terrible with dates.
That's okay. But so you were at Notre Dame for 16 years, right?
17.
17 years?
Yeah. I was.
How was the weather going from the Pacific Northwest to South Bend?
Well, it's rain in Portland and snow in South Bend. You know.
And you got that lake wind coming off?
Oh my God, and snow. Sometimes we will go somewhere with the big buses, and it wasn't snowing until we were getting 20 miles to Notre Dame, you know, because, like you said, the lake effect, you know.
Yeah.
It was strange, yeah.
Did the weather affect the equipment at all when it was really, really cold?
No, but I don't know if you heard, oh, is it not there anymore? Sometime when it's too cold, the blades will break.
That's what I
But no
wondered.
anymore, because they came up with a better material, steel.
But
Yeah.
they would break when they get too
Oh yeah,
cold?
and that's when fencing can be dangerous. I have a story for you.
We love stories.
I was coaching the team, the women's team, when we had three coaches. One for the men's team, I was coaching the girls. We were in Italy, in Rome, and we were fencing on one strip, and next to us there was a match with the men between Russia against Germany. There were two guys fencing, two big guys, and during the match, the Germans' blade broke. It went through the mask of the Russian fencer.
Ooh,
You know, the mask is made of mesh, right?
yes.
So the broken blade sprayed the mesh of the mask. It went in a corner of the eye. I remember, no blood. We saw this big Russian guy fell down, you know,
No blood?
no blood. And of course, they took him to the hospital. He died before. And I remember the girls of the team, my team, they were like this, so
Oh, yeah.
pale,
Oh,
so afraid. Oh, it was really something. That was a freak accident. But happened.
was it because of the cold? Or was
No, because at that time the blades were not really as
They
good
just
as
weren't.
they are now. So they came up with a new mask. They came up with a new blades. You know,
Oh
That's
my
why-
goodness.
that was pretty scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember other accidents in fencing. It's very rare. It's pretty safe, right? It's pretty safe.
So after 1985, after 84 Olympics, did you do the next ones were 1992?
Korea.
Oh, Korea.
Seoul, Korea. That was my last Olympics. 92.
92?
92. Interesting because they had.
So 84.
Did I say
88,
92?
92.
94.
Oh,
right?
so 88 was
88 was.
was Seoul.
So, yeah, well,
So 88 Seoul,
And
92.
Barcelona.
and then 1992 Barcelona.
Barcelona was my last Olympics.
That was your last one?
Yeah, that was fun. Because that was my mother's parents had a house in the south of France, not too far from Barcelona. It was a driving distance, about 3 hours. 3 hours. So I stayed there for a week with my in-laws, and then I went to the Olympics. That was fun. And my wife came. So she was visiting friends. At the same time, she came to the Olympics to watch. Yeah.
Is your wife from Barcelona?
No,
Or
no,
from the
no.
south? She's from the south of France.
Yeah,
Right.
for the south of France.
But that's very close. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah. So
That was done with the Olympics. That
Did-
was my last Olympics.
did you know that was going to be your last Olympics?
Yeah, because the guys I had 3 fencers from Portland in the Olympic team. That was a big achievement, you know. So with me, we had 4 people. No, even 5. With me, we had 5 people in the Olympics in
From Portland?
from Portland in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Yeah. And then in Korea, I don't know, I think we had only 2 or 3. But after, you know, when the guys were old enough, they didn't make the teams anymore. I just quit. You know, I stopped.
Did any of your students at any of your athletes at Notre Dame go to the Olympics?
Yes. Yeah, we had, in fact, it's on the name of what the girl who made the Olympic team is on my resume. I think you have my resume. Her name is Molly Sullivan, yeah. And there was another guy who made the pentathlon team, you know. Yeah, and they still keep going. They have the best team in the country, Notre Dame, right now. They are very good. In fact, we had fencers at the club from Notre Dame. Yeah, he's fencing. See, George is fencing big guys, you know, at the club, you know.
Very strong fencers.
Yeah.
Much stronger than me.
Yeah.
Makes you better.
Yeah.
Humbles you.
That too. Maybe the humble comes before the getting better part.
I hope so.
So did your brother stay in the Pacific Northwest?
Mm. He passed away in Seattle, yeah.
In Seattle.
He loved it, and his wife was a music teacher, so she had a good job in Seattle, so they didn't want to move.
Did he ever compete in the Olympics?
No, he was a good fencer, but he never made the Olympic team.
Talk about some of the other competitions that Notre Dame competed in.
Fencing?
Uh-huh.
Always, you have the national championship for college, you know, and Notre Dame was always a contender, you know, to be first, second. And then besides that, the top fencers from Notre Dame were good enough to be in the Olympic team. So Notre Dame always had high caliber fencers, yeah, to make the best team in the country at the NCAAs and Olympic team, yeah. So it was very, very challenging as a coach at Notre Dame, and they don't like to lose. Of course,
So did you recruit when you were
Yeah.
coaching?
Yes, I was going to these competitions for recruiting, looking at the top fencers. It wasn't easy to get to Notre Dame. You know, you need
The good grades.
the grades, you know.
Yeah.
So the academics were very important. So someday you could be the number 1 fencer in the country, but not having the grades. So we lost. I remember I was recruiting a German girl. She was very good. She was a top European fencer. She didn't make it. I remember I was calling her because of the time difference.
Oh,
weird
yes.
hours. She said, yes, I'm coming. And then I found out she chose Penn State instead.
Penn State,
And and Penn State and Notre Dame was a big
the rivalry.
rivalry. Oh my God, I was so disappointed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, recruiting is very important.
Where did you go to recruit? Did you go just in the United States, or
No,
Did you
no,
go-
no,
you-
no. I was
you went
going
to
to
Europe?
Giovanni. I was competing. Yeah, I was coaching. Yeah, big international tournaments where the greatest fencers were competing. Yeah, I was recruiting. I got a guy from Croatia. I even got a Jewish guy at Notre Dame. Good fencer. Yeah. Yeah, from Israel. Yeah. It's a great fencer. Italians, French. Yeah. They are still very good right now.
did you ever? Were most of your recruits like right out of high school, or were some of them out of the military, or
High schools.
just out of high
We,
school?
we got a lot of fencers from New Jersey, New York City, East Coast, yeah. Great fencers, yeah.
And those students got scholarships?
Some of them. I wasn't fully funded. We had, it was much better for the women when we got Title IX. I don't know if you are familiar with that.
Oh, yeah.
Title IX helped
Yes.
recruiting at the NCAA level. But my luck is I left. I wasn't fully funded, and I left Notre Dame. 2 years later, they got fully funded.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That was
So how did Title IX change the
it changed a lot. Yeah, I think it was fair. You know, it wasn't fair before Title IX. Some sports disappeared because for the women, you know, because before the Title IX, and after that the recruiting was more fair, you know. So yeah, and we were fighting for the. It was. I remember these meetings, you know, where we were trying to get Title IX to be passed, you know. Finally, we got it.
So when you went to Notre Dame, you coached the women's team right away?
Both. I was working with both men and women. But my title, until the main guy retired, it was a women's coach. And when he retired, I took over both teams, men and women.
In your travels with your teams as a coach, what were some of the most exciting moments?
Which one? College or Olympic team?
Any of them.
Well, winning is always what you want to do.
Sure.
Do your best. And, you know, there were some years where U.S. team at the beginning wasn't too competitive. So it's one thing I criticized a lot of the athletes in the team because some of them, or maybe I'm wrong what I'm saying, but they were competing together warm-ups with the U.S., you know. But when it was time to produce and accomplish something, they were not there. because the fact they made the team, that was enough for them. And I had,
Oh, that was their goal.
yes, that
just
was
to
a
make
goal.
the team.
Not all of them, maybe a couple, but I had some problems with that. I said, hey, that is it's not enough to have USA on your warm ups. You have to do your best. So I know just the fact that they made the team. They when it was time to fight, well, they were not there. But anyway, not too many of them. But I had these problems sometimes.
Did some of your athletes surprise you with what they were able to do?
Yeah. Sometimes you don't expect those, and they come up with something exciting. I had a couple of girls. I wasn't expecting them to be in the top 15. And one finished 12th, and the other one was 10th, I think. That was a big accomplishment, yeah.
Yeah, to see them
Yeah.
from the time they first arrive till the time
Yes.
they leave.
Tell me about coaching. What is it that coaches do that is so important?
Well, I think coaching is a tough job. It's not just what you do physically with your athletes, like giving a lesson, things like that. I mean, the connection, between the coaches, and the athletes is very important. So you have to establish something, between these athletes and yourself. So, working hard is one thing, and but you have to not to show much of disappointment when they don't accomplish what you expect them to accomplish. But that's part of the job. But the confidence, connection between, not just on the fencing strip, when you teach. It's before and after, before after. And what is difficult now with the young fencers is we need the parents' support, but sometimes it's too much. Sometimes the parents are expecting too much. It's college, tuition.
Yeah.
The pushing is too much. And that's tough. I was talking to two of my friends 2 weeks ago. They are coaching at different schools. The pressure is even more important now because the tuition is so expensive to go to college. So if they can get a full ride, of course, they are golden, but not all of them. In fact, I'm still helping, calling coaches because I have a couple of students at the club. They came to see me saying, can you give me a good recommendation for Stanford or for, I know the coach there, and other schools back east. So I have to ask him, what's your best result? Let's look at your result. And, so it's tough.
So
that
there's a
is
lot
probably
of pressure on them.
what you have to relate.
How many, when you take a team to a competition, how many are on the team?
Teams of 3 fencers for each weapon. We have a men's foil, women's foil, men's épée, women's épée, and a women's saber and men's saber. Right now, at the club where George is fencing, we have only épée.
Mm-hmm.
Épée, I don't know if you told them about
Yes,
the difference.
yes.
Yeah.
You
Anyway,
got the full lesson.
so right now it cuts down a little bit on the fencers traveling, So we have only these épée fencers, girls and boys, yeah.
But when you were at Notre Dame, you had all three.
All three. We didn't have a women's saber then.
No women's saber.
But we had a women's foil, men's foil, women's épée, men's épée. 30 fencers maybe, yeah. Plus a couple of coaches, a trainer, armorer.
So you would take maybe 20 people?
More, 25.
25?
Yeah, 25, yeah.
Wow. And how long would you be at a championship competition?
Sometimes it starts on Thursday. We have the U.S. nationals now starting next week, right?
Yeah.
Starting next week. That's going to be back east. And then that will last a week, at least, yeah. And we have a lot of fencers going to that because we have 12, 14, 16 juniors, veterans, you know, people 40 and over. So we have a lot of fencers going to U.S. nationals. Yeah.
So do you have students that will be going to national?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not my personal students, but at the club, yeah. Oh, yeah. Some of them, yeah.
And they go to these competitions. One benefit is to be seen by coaches where they want to go to school. Correct?
Yeah, very important. Very important.
So who has the best team now at the university level?
University, Notre Dame, probably. But they finished second this year. I think Harvard.
Harvard
won.
beat them.
Yeah, Harvard beat them. They are good.
Yeah, they'll come back next year.
Yeah,
As Fighting Irish
yeah.
or Fighting French. So when you started fencing, how has other than the composition of the steel, how has the equipment changed over time?
Well, when you wear a fencing jacket, pretty heavy material, and underneath the jacket we have what we call a plastron. It covers. If you are right-handed, it will cover the side of the body, and you need that.
And what is that made out of?
I don't know what
Is it fabric as well?
Yeah, it's a
Very light.
synthetic
It's very light.
material, very light, thin, but it's puncture resistant. So it's
Yeah, it's
designed
pretty
to
light.
prevent
You
a
need
broken
you
blade
need it.
from-
You need it. Yeah, a glove, a big glove, you know. And, of course, dinkers. Yeah.
Has the clothing changed over time?
A bit more heavy. The material is more heavier because you you get like again we don't have any broken blades anymore. But if sometime I got mad not a long time ago at the club because there was a class with kids and the kids were fencing with shorts. And I told the guy I told Brent, I said, Brent, you should tell the parents to bring sweatpants or whatever, because you don't want the kids to fence with shorts. Yeah, you get bruised most of the time, but it can be also sometimes, if they are too close to each other, they hit each other, they might hurt, so.
More than a bruise.
Oh yeah, it's a safe sport. It's safe. Fencing is safe.
We saw the cords that were attached. Has that always been the case?
No, it started in 1957 is where the first electrical weapon came out.
And why did that happen? Why?
Why? Because it wasn't fair sometimes, the scoring, because they had scoring with the human judges,
Who are less than perfect.
you know. So you one will say yes, the touch is good. The other one will say no, it's not good. It wasn't fair. I think they had to come up with something. So that's why they came up with electrical equipment.
So 1957.
Yeah, about 57. Yeah.
And
So do you consider yourself a mentor to your students or just a coach?
I think so. With some of them, I had a very back in Portland when I had the club. I was very close. I mean, because the fencers I was teaching, I started them from zero, from zero. So those were really my students. Right now, and it's been a few years now, it's not the same because the people who are working with me, they work with the other coach. So it's a little bit different. They play, which is a good thing to do, you know. But before, the guys I was teaching, I call them the product of the farm because they were my students.
your farm.
Yeah, my farm.
And you came to Las Vegas because of one of those students, correct?
Yes, Evan Range. Evan Range is a guy who has been around for a long time. He started, he heard I was retired from Notre Dame, he said, will you come to Vegas? Well, I said, you know, I think I'm going to quit. I'm going to step down. I was thinking that. He said, well, you know, we have a club, you know, a small thing. You know, we fun for fun. So I came to Vegas. And then, boom, suddenly, we had some guys who did very well going to nationals, you know, so. And this guy is still fencing. He's over 60 now. He's competing 62, 63. Yeah.
So how many categories are there? If I'm 10 years of age, I compete in which group?
We have now, the kids are starting younger and younger. We have a 6 years old fencing. They are not really competing much, but they fence at the club, you know, and then 8, 10, 12. They start competing seriously at 12 years old.
Okay.
12, 14. Juniors, which is 16, 17, you know. And then and we had what we call the open, is open to everybody. And then we have the older guys, we call the veterans, 60, 70, even we have now some people, 80s are competing.
Wow, there's hope.
So do you still compete?
No.
No.
No, I can still barely teach now.
So why did you move to Las Vegas?
Because this guy,
Because
the
Evan-
guy who
Evan
was
Raines.
Evan Raines,
Uh-huh.
yeah, which is the one who really talked to me about coming to Vegas, yeah, because the club, you know, you want to develop, you know, to make fencing a little bit better.
what did you think of Las Vegas when you first came here?
Different. I like Vegas. I know it's tough for 3 months in the summer, but
Yes.
it's very brutal. But I like it. Yeah, I like to swim. You know, I like to play tennis when I could play. And then we have a club that is doing very well. The club is very competitive now.
And you came here in 2002?
Yeah, 2002. Yeah.
What part of the city did you live in when you first came? Like cross streets, generally, not specific.
Oh, I was, you mean before I came to Vegas?
When you came to Las Vegas, where did you first live?
I was in Notre Dame, yeah.
Pardon me?
I was in Notre Dame.
No, in Las Vegas.
Oh,
Where did you live when you first arrived?
oh, Summerlin?
Summerlin?
Yeah, Summerlin. No, I think, what's his name? No, I moved to, well, they built south, big hotel was,
South Point.
Southern Highlands?
no,
Hotel.
I was there, I forgot the name of the street. I was in southeast of, yeah. And then I moved to Summerlin when we started the club, because it was closer for me to go and teach, yeah.
And are you still in Summerlin?
Yeah, still in Summerlin. I like it. Yeah.
Talk about starting the club. What was that process of getting it started?
Well, the main thing was the place.
Mm-hmm.
Very expensive to rent a place. So when we first moved to Vegas, we had just 2 small places with 2 strips. The strip is where you fence on, it's a metallic strip. And then it wasn't big enough because we had more people coming. And then somebody took the club over Evan, and we had a club at off Rampart. It's called a sports park. They have a indoor soccer fields there.
Indoor
Off Rampart in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Off Rampart in
Northwest.
Yeah, Northwest. We had a club there, and a couple of fencers, older fencers, they took over from Evan. And then we were still looking for a bigger place. And now we got this place, I don't know how many years we have been at the new place now. But the one is on, where's the address?
Rainbow.
Rainbow
Yeah.
in Charleston. Rainbow in Charleston.
And
No.
is that one getting too small?
Sometimes we have 15 metallic strips, and sometimes they are all busy, so people have to wait to get a strip. Yeah, the club is doing well.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, yes. It pays the rent, right?
So, do I have to become a member in order to go and play, to spar?
I'm not in charge anymore of the
Okay.
administration. I think, yeah, you do. You have to pay your membership.
Okay.
There are different memberships. First, there is one membership to be a member of the club.
Okay.
After that, there are classes, private lessons. So you choose what you want to do. You don't have to take private lessons if you don't want to, but to be a member, you need to get a membership. Yeah, and it varies from, I think, age, different age. Yeah.
Okay.
And fencing is expensive too because the equipment and the traveling. If you want the fencers to improve, you have to go to as many tournaments as you want. And we don't have too many tournaments in Vegas. Most of the tournaments are in California, local ones, what we call the local ones. And then we have the ones for the points to make the team, like the Nationals will be in Columbus, Ohio. That's pretty expensive.
What are some of the cities that have several clubs? Are there cities that have
Oh yes,
like Los Angeles? How many?
Los Angeles has many clubs.
Mhm.
Back east, New York has many clubs. Yeah. Vegas, we have our club, and there is another club, but not too big, you know. So, California has a lot of clubs here. Los Angeles, San Francisco, and
What are the cities that hold the competitions usually?
well, everything unfortunately is back east now. All the tournaments is very. There was a tournament in Portland, Oregon, which that would be, and we had a couple of tournaments for the younger ones in Salt Lake City, which in Utah. That was good for us. But most of the big tournaments are back east, you know.
Why not Los Angeles?
Well, Los Angeles, for some reason, they don't have too many. I mean, they have local tournaments, but the ones like the U.S. Nationals, the one counting for the points, they don't have too many now.
Wow.
I don't know. It's expensive to get the place, the what we call the venue.
Yes.
You know,
Oh.
it has to be huge, because right now I think in the last national competition they had overall 6,000 fencers competing.
Oh.
How many strips did they have?
Oh,
I don't know,
not enough.
70.
I can't.
So many. No, yeah, it's a good question. So many of them. I haven't been to these competitions anymore, but it's huge. It's a big, always at the convention center, you know, big convention center.
So when you go to a tournament, do you have to bring your own strips?
No,
You
No,
don't.
no.
So whoever's hosting provides all that.
provide, yeah. And they get some help from the federation, you know.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So but the entry fee to enter the tournament is expensive. Could be 50, I don't know how much. You know how much?
Yeah.
It could be $50, $60, you know, just
Just to enter.
to enter. Yeah.
Into one.
That-
I think it's
that's
more than that.
registration, and
It's-
then
Okay.
there's a per event.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more than that.
Okay.
So could
So
be a few
so it can
$100s.
build up.
Mm-hmm.
And traveling, entry fee,
Yeah.
hotels. You know, it's like we have a family with 2 or 3 fencers. At the end of the season, it costs a fortune, you know, to go to a fencing tournament. It's expensive, you know.
Yeah.
You know more about fencing than me, you know.
Yes, thank you. Oh. I think.
So with the colleges now talking about paying athletes,
That's what I read. I don't really know what the
Is-
deal is. I guess they can wear now a T-shirt with
they can have a sponsor.
a sponsor on it or something like that. But I'm not sure. I don't know if fencing is really a big part of it, you know. But I know that I read that for basketball players and football players.
How do you see fencing helping prepare students for college, for work, for life?
Fencers are good students in general. Fencers are smart athletes compared to some. I don't want to name any of them, but, but fencers are smart kids, yeah. Well, they have to. If they want to be in a good school with a good academics and hopefully a good team, which doesn't hurt, you know, you need the grades. You need the numbers. I was so disappointed sometimes to recommend somebody and then they were turned down, to be turned down.
What are some of the strategies that you teach your students? for fencing?
To be the best strategy. I think fencing changed too. I think the fencers are better athletes. You know, I remember in my time when I was fencing, and we had a lot of fencers coming from doctor's advice. So somebody would go to see a doctor. I say, doctor, my back is hurting, my arm is not, so, my legs, I cannot kick the balls. You should try fencing. The doctor would say.
Really?
That's great.
Yeah, no, at that time. So we had not the great athletes when I started fencing. And that changed. They came from the doctor's recommendation. You should fence.
So are there other stories that he should tell us that you've heard him tell?
Well, maybe you can talk a little bit about some of the students that you've had, maybe like Kimberly, or maybe like someone that you've mentored.
Kimberly,
for a long time.
she went to Notre Dame. She graduated from Notre Dame. I think she's close to 30 years old now. And she has a daughter, Aria, her name is. She's 6 or 7. I'm teaching her.
You're teaching the little one.
Yeah, the little one, yeah. So the mother asked me, I couldn't say no.
When did you first start teaching Kimberly? Montoya.
When?
Yeah.
Oh my God. When I first came to Vegas.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember when I first came to Vegas, Evan told me, this girl over there, see this girl over here, she wants to go to Notre Dame. And she was 12 or 13 years old, I said, okay, well, and she made it. Yeah. And we had 2 or 3 of the fencers I was teaching. I went to Notre Dame, yeah.
We saw the pennants on the back wall.
Hmm?
We saw the pennants on the back wall.
Oh,
Flags.
Yeah. In fact, the coach from Notre Dame is at the club now. He's doing a camp.
He's doing a camp
Right?
this week.
Is it there?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Cédric?
Boisseau,
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing a camp. Because it's very important to get these coaches to come to the club. They can see who is
See who's up
who's
and coming.
coming up,
Mm-hmm.
Prospect, So it's very important.
Good for the coach and good for the club.
That's right.
Hmm. What other stories?
He was
should you tell
surprised.
us?
I tell you what, the story of the morning is a parking spot. When he saw my name, he said, how come you are so important? He goes,
I hope you took a picture of that parking spot. Very good.
Appreciate that because when we came in, when we just arrived in front of the library, it was just right there. Just saw the little sign. Said, "Oh, very convenient. Thank you very much."
That's
I said, what do you
We
think?
do what we can.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry about what. You didn't plan anything on Wednesday, right?
No, that was my mistake.
Because I was worried. I was on my way to Chicago.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, it's
So I said, did you
hard for
miss?
to
Did
get
you
the
miss
plane-
something or something?
No, that was my
Oh,
error.
okay.
So we did not expect you to turn the plane around. What was one of the most exciting moments at an Olympics?
Well, I guess it was the bronze medal we won in saber in Los Angeles. One guy from New York won the bronze medal. And that was the beginning of, of the U.S. fencers to be there, top 5, top 10, so it was a big thing. It was in L.A., so it was in Los Angeles. But right now, I think they are much stronger. Yeah, the team is doing very well, and I think U.S. fencing is good. We'll see what they will do in Paris in 2 months, right?
Wow.
Months and a half.
So how many medals did your teams earn at an Olympics?
When I was with the team,
Just the one,
no,
the bronze in
we
LA?
never won a medal besides this one, yeah. Because also the format, what we call the way they organize the competitions, they change it. So I think it was done more for the Europeans who are the best fencers than the Americans. And the system wasn't really good for, the American fencers. Well, we put you there, but now they are so competitive, so they have it's equal, and they are doing better for that. So the format changed a lot, and it was for good for us.
It can take a while.
So I hear that when people come to your house, that you fix something really special for them.
Pardon me?
We heard a rumor that you like to fix a certain kind of beverage for your guests.
What do you hear there?
Word on the street.
I won't fix it for you. François might know.
No, then. So what's the rumor?
And you want to know what it is?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Yes.
You know what a crème de cassis is? A black currant.
Oh, yes.
So you put that very little in a glass like this, and then you put Chardonnay wine, dry wine. It's a before dinner drink.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit sweet, but strong at the same time. It's called the Kir. K-I-R.
Okay.
And you know who invented it? He was a priest.
Oh, that makes sense.
He was a priest back in Burgundy country.
Well, he must have had a hard day.
Yeah.
Well, good for the priest.
Yeah.
So that's your drink of choice.
Well, when we had a good company, it creates, a good spirit before dinner. Yeah. Yeah, we had that. In fact, we had a reunion with some of the fencers a month ago, and we had a couple of kirs there. Yeah, we had some drinks there.
Just a few.
Yeah, just what.
So did some people come from out of town for the reunion?
Yeah, my former members of the club in Portland, we had a reunion 6 months ago or a year ago, and it was fun. They came from LA, from San Diego, from Phoenix, and it's funny because when I was teaching at the club, do you know something about the Tour de France?
Yes. The bike.
You know what you wear? The winner wears the yellow jersey.
Oh, I
Right.
didn't know that.
So there were two brothers competing, national champion Olympians. asking about Mike Marks. Is one of them.
Okay.
And they were competing. And when he was winning the tournament, he was wearing the yellow shirt. So, and then next time it was the other one winning the yellow shirt because he finished first. And when they came for the reunion, we all wore yellow shirt.
Yellow shirts.
Yellow shirt. They remember that. That was fun. Do you remember? You saw that, right? And they put Auriol, my name, Auriol. What is it? You remember?
I don't remember what's on there.
Legacy, no? No? I forgot. But anyway, with my name on it. All with the yellow shirts. It was funny.
That's great.
Oh, that's nice. I hope you got pictures of that.
Yeah?
Speaking of pictures.
Yes. So, is there anything that we didn't ask you that you wanted to talk about?
Where do you go from there? Where do you go from there with fencing? I mean, do you have any connection with somebody who might be interested starting a class or a program? Are you NLV?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Because it's a shame, you know. It's
we should have it.
a lot
We
of people
should.
have been. I never tried, but there are some guys who are trying to start a class to coach, you know, a beginning class on campus. It didn't work. They were not interested.
I don't. How did you get interested, Joshua? I mean, you
So
talked
you
about.
had to
you
come
talked
to the
about
club and
it.
fence for the club.
Your dad fenced.
Yeah. hmm Yeah, so I fenced in San Diego when I was a
Right.
kid, and then just on circumstance, I thought, well, let me see if there's a club in Las Vegas that I can start again. So, but nothing through the school.
Uh-huh.
So who would we talk to on this campus? Somebody in the athletic department?
Yeah, I imagine so.
Probably.
What would it take to have a program like that start in UNLV, for instance?
Yeah, well, Eli and Evan were talking to you guys before, and they said that it would require a lot of funding and staffing and a dedicated space to have the training, and it would be a whole
Equipment.
undertaking, yes. So,
Will you have any input about
We don't
to
have.
start?
We
No.
don't have much influence with the.
We don't have any influence, but we do plan to talk to the athletic director here on campus. He will be one of the people that we interview. Should we just mention it, just in passing?
That
yeah, so
Which is-
we're very surprised to learn about how strong fencing is in Las
Yes,
Vegas, and what a
yes.
shame
Yes.
that UNLV athletics doesn't.
could you write that script out for us?
Or maybe you could say, you know, we've heard a rumor that UNR is starting a strong fencing program.
Oh, that would do it.
It's a shame that UNLV is going to be left behind.
They've already got their nice blue uniforms. That would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you've established a big legacy in Portland and now here and at Notre Dame.
Yeah, I'm done now.
You done?
But you're not really because you're coaching a 6-year-old.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
Yeah. And you coached her
She's so
mother.
cute because she's always lifting the mask and doing that. I said, are you ready? Why don't you fix your hair for once, okay?
It's probably hot under there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you coach her, and you also give lessons to Kimberly, and then sometimes also her mother, Amy.
Oh, Amy,
Yes. So
they've,
3 generations.
Amy has been taking lessons forever.
Mhm.
And she never missed. She never missed a lesson.
So 3 generations of women.
Yeah.
in one family.
This lady, she's in the U.S. team. She's a veteran. She's fencing in the 60s. I think
Wow.
she's 61, 62. She's competing. And the girl is the one who went to Notre Dame, and then the little one. So the whole family. And her husband is the armorer. He's the one fixing the
Oh,
weapons.
wonderful.
That's
so the whole
handy for
family,
them.
whole family is involved. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
This is wonderful.
it is. I'm just amazed that to talk to somebody who's actually been to that many Olympic competitions.
Remember, 1980 is counting.
1980 counts
Yeah, we didn't
because
go.
you prepared.
No, we had a team. We had a team.
You had a team.
In fact, I received a card from the Olympic Committee, and 80 is there. 80, 84, 88, 92. I lost it. I don't know what I did with it. It was in my wallet. I lost it.
Ask
No,
them
80.
to send you another one.
Yeah, I should ask. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll send you another one. They've got the minutes of all their meetings.
Yeah, it was a shame, but
Wow.
But Los Angeles,
yeah.
are you going to?
Are you from here?
I lived in Los Angeles for 22 years.
Oh,
And then, but I'm from North Carolina.
really?
So are you going to the Olympics in Los Angeles? Are you going?
In Paris?
In Paris.
In Paris? What am I thinking?
In
Los
Paris.
Angeles.
No, that was
It's a good-
84.
It's a
84.
nice big city.
No,
What-
Paris is in 2 months.
Right,
Yes. Are
and
you
then
going?
Los Angeles
Yeah,
is
Los
next.
Angeles.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Are you going to Paris?
No, I'm not going, no.
Because Los Angeles is already preparing.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right,
the
88.
Oh,
next
yeah.
one.
Yes.
88. What I'm talking about.
28.
28,
28.
28.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is Paris doing it the way that Los Angeles did, where the venues are all over the city?
Yeah, and that's going to be a big mess. What they plan to do, that's going to be a new thing. They want to do the opening ceremonies on the river, on the Seine River.
On the Seine?
But I read today that the water is not clean yet. And now they are running out of time because the Olympics are starting, what, in a month and a half, I think.
Yes, like 6
Right.
weeks.
Something. And it's funny because the mayor of the city is a lady. She said, I will swim. I will swim in the river to show everybody that the river is clean. And today I read that she said, I'm not swimming because it's not ready yet. It's not clean yet. So I don't know what they are going to do. And there were some concern because if they do it on the river, I think it's going to be open to whatever can happen with the terrorism, you know. People coming from all over around the...
It's too wide open.
You know, if it's in a stadium, it's closed at least, you know.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah. But
But Paris is going to be a mess for a while.
just like Las Vegas for Formula One.
I think that was a mistake. Don't you think?
I didn't say that.
No, but it's not fair. It's not fair for a lot of people.
So do you still have family in Paris?
No,
No?
no.
Or in France?
He's from Paris, Francois.
And you do. And what are the reports from them?
So in Paris, I don't have any more family. I have a brother that lives actually in the suburbs of Toulouse, where he was born. And yeah, I mean, the Olympics, it's going to be a great event. to prepare for it, I would say it's a bit challenging. But they're gonna have competition in actually all of France. It's not gonna be only Paris. It's gonna
Yes.
be Paris. I think it's gonna have some competition in Toulouse, in Marseille. So all over France, it's gonna be even in the islands like Guadeloupe or La Martinique. I think they're gonna have some surfing competition or something like that.
Okay.
So it's gonna be all over.
Okay,
But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a great event.
it will be.
So what is the meaning? I already asked you. Oral history of
Vocal.
book. Okay.
Yeah. Stories of athletes and coaches.
You have a good response for the other sports?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We will be busy for a year and a half.
And then where do you go from there? I mean, it's
Oh, I'm going to retire.
no.
Yeah, this is my last project. Stefani will do something different. We don't know what that is yet.
So what do you want to do different?
When I grow up, we'll see.
So do you deal with sports? Is it? No. No.
We're also doing a project about the shooting that happened
Oh yeah,
On-
I read something about
on our
it
campus.
in October.
Well, no, this one was it was just last December.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
So we're talking to people about that too.
But over the years, we've done lots of different projects. We've interviewed people who played in orchestras on the Las Vegas Strip. We've done dancers and showgirls. So we've done
People
lots
who
of
live in specific neighborhoods.
Yes.
Is there any publishing of that? Or?
They're not published. We
They're like this.
yes, we have
So
them bound
You'll get a copy
Yeah.
of yours,
that will look like that,
and then
they will be put online.
So right now there's how many?
Probably almost 4,000.
Like this is one we did on the Asian American project
Okay.
Yeah.
communities in Las Vegas.
So we've done the Latinx communities,
And this one was,
African American, Jewish.
and then this is architects and planners and construction people.
So sports is our new one. It's the latest one.
Okay.
But we're just beginning.
Doctors.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some.
So you're on campus all summer?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
We work year round. Just like Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
Every day's a holiday, right?
Yeah, yes it is.
Yeah. So, and we get to talk to the most interesting people, just like you.
All
Like
over
Joshua.
the city.
I'm very happy to be part of it.
We're happy you are. So we're grateful to Joshua.
Yes.
If you want more fencers, let me know. I'll keep sending them your way.
I think we want a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you should try to do is try to organize something,
Like a group.
demonstration.
Oh, a demonstration. Oh.
Get a couple guys from the club.
Does it include Kier?
Why not? Why not? She remembers, what?
So we could videotape it.
Oh,
That'd be great.
maybe Aaron could video.
Josh can take care of that, I'm sure. Bring, something very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least they can see the equipment and
Yeah, it'd be great if you got Amy and Kimberly maybe to do a demonstration. So that
Sure.
way
Oh,
you-
that would be
you get-
amazing.
you get
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
women competitors that are also, there's also a family dynamic and it connects with the other stories. And, I don't know, just
That would
spitballing.
be.
Oh.
We're gonna double your salary, Josh.
Oh, well.
What we're gonna double
Yeah.
what we pay you.
Yeah,
what we
it's
pay
zero.
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
my
that
goodness.
sounds nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd be happy to do it.
That would be amazing.
How long does a match last?
3 rounds of 3 minutes each.
3 minutes
so,
each, that's
so
right.
9 minutes with breaks.
So, how many minutes normally are the breaks?
Well, there's a minute break in between each round, and
that's
then when each touch is scored, the action stops and you reset. So
You
it takes
s-
about 20 minutes or so.
Wow.
You start in a group of fencers. It's called a pool, P-O-O-L. And usually the pools are 5, 6, 7 fencers, and you fence everybody. I mean, if you are in a
Oh.
pool of 6, you fence 5 matches.
Oh.
You know, so
Mhm.
after that, after this round of pools, we have what we call direct elimination. You know, so sometimes it's 15 touches about. If you lose,
Okay.
bye-bye, you are gone.
Okay.
Now, what about, for example, the little girl that you coach?
Yeah.
Does she have? Are there other people that she can
Yeah,
spar with?
and tomorrow morning they have a class starting at 10 o'clock, 10 to 11. They have little ones, fancy like, they don't know what they are doing, you know, they go like this, and the parents are watching and very interested. Yeah, every Saturday morning, yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay.
great.
Well, thank you
Well,
so
thank you
much.
so much.
You're welcome.